Hey, everybody.
Woohoo! We're back!
Indeed.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee, Sunny, our fall cat.
We
Fall
missed everybody
season cat.
too.
We missed you all. We felt so
we tried
bad.
to do what we could.
Mr. O got his Goth Tarot out, which was nice. We know we just missed the fourth quarter starting for a Where Does It Hurt video, but we're going to try
The unhappy hour.
the unhappy hour. We're going to try to get that out possibly tomorrow.
We
No.
won't get it out tomorrow.
Okay.
It'll probably be later in the afternoon or early evening. So, as usual, that's a pre-recorded show, but we are live in the chat room, so we can mix it up with you guys if you come. But the reading stands as it is. We do the reading for what's bugging you, what's hurting you, for the elemental signs of the zodiac, and then we top that off with a collective what's hurting the world.
Which sometimes has been really interesting. So
Indeed.
do check it out if you can. At any rate, live or not, you could come and talk with us in the chat or check it out later as it's a video presentation. All right, well, we're going to get rolling because you never know who will come in. But I'm telling you, as soon as this show is over, I'm putting on the Lions game.
Anthony, are you watching the Lions? She's excited.
I was never a fan of the other quarterback who left us. I'm very much a fan of this quarterback, so I'm very all in on the Lions this year to see what they can do.
Lions! All right.
Yes! All right.
So let's get our reading for the collective and get
it
going.
will be because fall equinox is approaching.
Ha ha ha! That's funny.
Oh, awesome.
So our card for the collective is from the Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. Mabon. I always call it fall equinox.
I'm going to let you draw one, Mr.
All right.
O.
So it's a short list. I guess everybody just quit on us and went somewhere else except for you guys.
Well, the more of the Lions I can watch, I guess. All right. Maybe they knew I was moderating. Witches Gathering. Ooh.
Number 42.
42, okay.
There's going to be a hot time in the coven tonight.
Sally loves your hat.
Gather in power. Thank you, Sally. Sally was my mother's name. Gather in power. Come together in grace. Unity is rising and all will be embraced. So mote it be.
So what could this be? It's kind of long. Let's see what I can get out of this here. Your higher self chose this card because it is a good omen of friendship. And, we're gathering again. In a way, this card is perfect for us and our return, Mr. O.
Indeed.
So a good omen of friendship and renewed connection. We're so happy our internet connection is back. This is a positive sign for you. You're seeking to reconnect with a lost friend or lover. Take steps to reach out as your reunion will result in joyful and positive experience. Witches Gathering is also a great sign if you're seeking new relationships, either intimate or platonic. There are people who are just your kind of people, and you will likely go on to build rewarding, loyal, and long-lasting relationships with any new people entering your life at this time. Seek people who share your values and interests. You may be surprised to find there are many people who understand you on a soul level who have been looking for someone just like you to occupy room in their lives. This card also brings an important message. Relationships are not to be taken lightly, and they require care and attention. It's important to make time for the people who are most important to you because they need your love and support just as much as you need theirs, and maybe even more. This card guides you to say yes to as many social invitations as possible. And there are people who are very eager to meet you, and you never know when a party or a night at a bar with a friend can change your life. I don't recommend that bar thing, though. It's even more critical for new relationships that are fragile and just beginning to take shape. If you're feeling vulnerable, it's safe to say others might be feeling something similar. Making time and doing your best confirms your desires to have others around and will go a long way in showing how much you care.
Yes.
And this is a great card for the fall season. There's lots of outdoor gatherings and festivals going on, fall festivals and fairs. In our city, they're celebrating 100 years of being a city in the middle of September.
That's right. Our city is 100 years old.
And our condo association's having a big bash in a week or two also. So, get out, see people, meet people, greet people, before the real dark and cold days of winter, well, for some of us, Anthony, set in. So, that's what we have for the collective. Good luck with that. Hi, Angel Rivera. Is that the only person who snuck in here?
Well, you got Tidal Wave, right?
I did.
You got Sally, you got Angel then? I
Anthony,
think that's it.
Angel Rivera. Who?
You said Sally, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're up to date.
All right. So we are moderating, so bear with me. Oops. Bear with me. Okay. Well,
so Estelle is up, and Estelle has asked us, what will change in my life after moving to the capital? And I think I'm going to use the Old English Magic Tarot.
Okay. The Michigan State game. Yeah, cool, Anthony.
AAA has joined us.
AAA. Hi, AAA. We'll get you on the list.
Libra Cusp has joined us just before that.
Oh, thanks for that.
Well,
I appreciate
you
it.
wanted it.
You bet. Wait. Persnickety thing. All right, I'll get my Lenormand heated up here. Hey, Angel Rivera. Gosh, okay, yes, we're so glad we're back. Basically, they gave us
a new modem.
A new modem that is completely different from any of the modems they've given us and all the problems we've had. So, we'll see if this one works.
All right, Estelle, here's your cards. The first one is the Six of Cups reversed. Then it's the Empress reversed. And then it's the Two of Wands upright. So I'm getting some vibes here. And what do you have?
Oh.
The Sun. Followed by the Key.
Okay. So Six of Cups is first, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the question
Two of
was...
Wands is at the end. I got it. It was, well, how will life change? Well, I will say this, Estelle, any major move kind of brings up maybe, some memories from the past. Perhaps even in this case, sometimes most of the time the Six of Cups talks about, when it's reversed, negative memories from your past. But in this case, what I really think it is, you might be missing some things about where you lived. It's only, it's kind of bittersweet making a move like that. And so I think, on some levels, some things you might miss, but, it looks like there might be some other things that, will work out for you. With the Empress reversed, I'm just going to go to that card because I'll save the two. The Empress reversed is just saying, so be sure you give yourself enough time to acclimate there, to feel comfortable there, to take care of you and your needs and not worry about anything else.
So in a way, I kind of feel like this looks like it's shaping up to be a good move, or would be a good move. From an emotional point of view, yeah, there might be some little bit of homesickness or some sort of transferring energies between, your past and your new present. That's in the Six of Cups for me. But I think it's like what Banshee says with the Empress, you're going to have a chance to really take care of yourself in a way. This is a move that will be good for you ultimately because it's maybe growing you in a way. It's sort of giving you a new focus. Who knows what could happen when you move to a new location.
Exactly. And so, make sure you just get yourself in your comfort zone there. But I'll tell you what, you have the Two of Wands here, which is a very, very positive sign. And I don't think I need to tell you what's following is very positive too, with the Sun and the Lenormand. So I think your life will change in this way. It will change in, you will start really making more long-term plans. You'll be thinking about your future more. You'll actually be trying to put yourself on a road to success, making plans and strategizing your next moves. And truly, I think the key here is to focus on your success, focus on having good times there, focus on, maybe more socializing or getting out more. It just seems like there's a lot of positive energy surrounding this.
Hi, Kara, and hi, Crystal.
Hi,
we
Crystal.
are doing well. We'll put you on the list, of course.
I've got Kara on the list. I already posted that.
So I feel that way, too. I feel like that how life changes for you is that maybe to some degree you're passing trouble. The Six of Cups could be saying you're sort of passing troubles,
Okay.
not necessarily like big troubles, but just those things that maybe were, part of your past that were causing a small amount of sorrow or interference. You're kind of moving away from that. You're going to be taking care of yourself. You're going to be really seeing how plans will start to shape up your life. And that too is part of the key towards success, is paying attention to where these new opportunities or these plans can lead you to. So it really looks like things would be a better move for you and would probably round you out as a human being, as a person, as well as giving you maybe some steps towards success.
Some definite steps towards success, and I feel like you're going to be more goal oriented, whatever your goal is. Remember, goals can be personal, like finding a spouse or a husband, or goals can be education or a job, etc. It just seems as though, there's success here for you. I think this is going to be a good move overall for you.
I agree.
Fingers crossed. Good
So
luck
good
with
luck,
that,
Estelle, and thanks for joining us tonight. Sunman was passed out, and now he seems to be semi-awake, so it must be Kara's presence, of course.
Shirley is up. Hey, Shirley.
Hi, Shirley. And you're welcome, Estelle. So, as Banshee mentioned, I did manage to get my show up for tomorrow. It's the Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. Hi, Violet Ann.
Did I mention that one? Hey, Violet Ann.
You mentioned that I was able to get my show uploaded.
Well, I meant Goth Tarot.
Oh, okay. Well, then I got this one uploaded too, and it's ready to go tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. It's 3 cards for the elemental signs of the zodiac. What's coming to you? Why is it important? And where does it lead to? It's all about the emotions, relationships, love, etc. So check that out. Fridays at 7 a.m. or whenever you watch it. And Shirley, we're waiting for your question. Shirley, we are waiting.
So yeah, this modem looks very different, Angel. And he just said, well, there's no extra cost. And I thought, yeah. I'm sure Xfinity would raise our rates in a month or two if I'm actually keeping them still, which the tech was really, he couldn't believe that the earliest appointment they could give us was Thursday when this went down on Saturday. Even the tech was like aghast.
5 days.
Yeah. Is that the earliest they could get you? I didn't even tell them the hassle that happened to me on Sunday. They canceled my appointment because, well, it's a long story, but they canceled my appointment and they shouldn't have. And needless to say, I had another knockdown, drag-out phone call with them and demanded they put me back on the Thursday schedule. Boy, this Mercury retrograde has been something.
Well, it kind of looks like Shirley has bailed.
Okay, let me...
So if Shirley comes back, we'll have to put her at the end of this list.
I'm just putting her down there for a minute. So my material matters will return this Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You find out about what's going on in business and your finances through the elemental signs of the zodiac. I will be live in the chat. Mr. O will join me, and we will just be sipping coffee and talking about the readings.
I think the retrograde will last till about the 15th, so we're in the downstretch. Supposedly, or to some people, there is a actual 2-week post shadow. There's like 2 weeks before the retrograde, 2 weeks after. And in that time, supposedly, you begin to understand what the retrograde really meant for you, what you might be able to improve on, things like that.
Okay, I'm counting down for Shirley, I guess.
We could let Kara do that, and then we might never get to the countdown. I don't know.
I beat Kara.
She's doing it. So we are sorry, Shirley. If you show up again, you are going to be at the end of the list.
Yeah, at this point, we can put you at the end, Shirley, because it's short, but...
Yeah. Yeah,
okay,
we're not
Foxy
safe until
Empress
October.
Aries is up.
All right.
Foxy.
Foxy Empress. Go.
It was bad, Angel. All of our cards of the day for this week have been bad. They've not been good. Every day, just about. So
It depends on how you look at it. I mean, I know some people that get so excited about the retrograde that, you know, they imagine it's the worst thing ever. But a lot of the retrograde actions are sometimes beneficial. You just have to kind of know how to plug in those astrological components. Where is Mercury in your chart? For most people, Mercury tends to be near their sun sign because the Mercury travels so fast around the sun. So say, for example, me, I'm a Scorpio. My Mercury is in Scorpio, but potentially it could also be in Sagittarius to one side or Libra to the other side. And so it's like that with a lot of people.
well, you know, as far as the shadow periods go, before and after, my own personal experience, I'm no astrologer, but my own personal experience is that the before shadow seems to is worse for me than the after shadow. Everything starts to gradually improve, whereas with the before shadow, things start to gradually get worse. So that's kind of how I look at that.
All right, so Foxy has given us her question.
All right.
In general, it's how can you prepare for all of that, for what you're indicating, what your plans are.
I am going to use, I got so many decks here. I'm going to use my tarot leaves.
Yeah, that's a good thing, tidal wave too, that it went direct. And then I think a day later, Jupiter went retrograde. So, but they're different
How
influences.
can you make this happen? Wow. Okay. Well, let's see what the cards say. See what advice they have. Yeah, Venus went direct. Yeah.
Right. I wasn't as worried this Mercury retrograde because literally almost every other planet is retrograde too, or mostly. So it just sort of seems like it's just a barrage, and you just kind of pick out what works for you and keep going.
I'm so sorry, Angel. That's sad.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess Gina online, who follows me, Gina Balducci, she lost a friend. A longtime friend passed away. So it's been kind of a rough period for people.
Oh, that's interesting, tidal wave. I'm never quite sure what various planets retrograde in one's chart. Like I have, don't laugh everybody, but Uranus, whatever, is retrograde in my chart.
Don't touch my cards.
I won't. I won't.
Well, look at that. We have the Fool upright. Whoa. We have the Knight of Cups upright. And we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Can't wait to see what you grab, Mr. O.
So my first one from Lenormand is the House. House.
Hey, Buddy Blue.
Hi, Buddy Blue. And my second one is the Anchor. How interesting. Well, I think that, I almost feel like I should let you go first, but I'll get
I
a vibe
can,
here.
if you want. You want me to?
Sure, whenever you're available.
I'm available right now. So, that first card, the Fool. Okay, what is the advice? Don't be afraid to take some risks, take some chances, trust that the universe will have your back. So in other words, try to maybe initiate something, try to get something started if you want, to make something happen between 2024, 2025, whatever that was. And the Knight of Cups is like, go for it, go for, pursue the person of your dreams or the person that you want, I feel here that also the Knight might be saying, be ready, be open your heart to love, accept invitations, make yourself available. And I feel here that Fool and that Knight of Cups is a real powerhouse there, don't you think?
Sure, I'm going to get to that in a minute, but we missed Cool Creek, came in just before Buddy Blue, so you might want to amend the list.
I will amend the list, thank you.
You're welcome, Buddy Blue. That sounds awesome. Very happy for you. I know you've been wanting something like that for a while now. I do think that the Fool and the Knight of Cups, to me, I think what this is saying is, believe it or not, a lot of this is going to revolve more around your initiatives. So this may sound like you're going to be doing more of the heavy work if those are your goals, because you sort of have a specific timeline and a specific goal, and you just want to do this and get it over with or get through it. And that means that maybe, you're matching your desires, your speed or energy, comfort factors against the other person. So it's good if you really do resonate, but from the looks of this, it really feels like you're going to be that person who's really pulling it along because it's more your wish or your goal to do that. Having said that, that Seven of Pentacles is not so bad. That
No.
Seven of Pentacles actually
Yeah.
says you are taking these things and moving them forward. That what may have been what you're dreaming of, kind of like how you express, your goals, your aspirations, and you're finding the way to pull that ahead. So to me, what I think the Tarot's advice is that you may be trying to work with somebody who really is okay with your designs, but will probably need you to do more nudging or more of the work there. And that could be for a variety of reasons.
What's that last, Lenormand?
The Anchor.
Oh, it's the Anchor. Okay, well, back to that card that I didn't cover yet, the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel here that it is really positive in that, it's saying that you will just be moving, it's possible to me. I almost see something else with the Seven of Pentacles that, you will just keep moving in the direction towards your goal or your dream. In other words, I feel here, you're going to accept or have, make yourself available for a lot of invitations in this time period. A lot of dates, a lot of things happening. And that Seven of Pentacles is going to say, you're going to know when to move on to the next and not waste time if things don't seem right because you are on a mission. So I think that's really what it's saying too, is that, okay, if you really want to make this happen, then don't waste time with people who just are not going to measure up, in your eyes.
Right, so it really talks about you kind of really defining, who is there for you. And then, like I said, I still feel like it looks like you're going to be the more dominant force in this relationship. I don't know how you feel about that, but it looks to me like you're the one who's going to really kind of steer it along more than anything. The other person may just have a less focus on completion of those goals,
So-
maybe they don't mind taking their time, with a longer engagement. So if you find the one you want, you may be the person who's really pulling that along, and that's okay. But it just sort of feels that way to me, that you'll have to be direct, and maybe a lot of this will revolve around, your sense of growing. Anchor yourself to what your desires are, what's around you, the home, and also, how you get there. I mean, this is really going to be more on you, I think, than the collaboration with the other person. I just sort of feel that way.
I was going to say one other thing about the Fool. The Fool is really encouraging you not just to take risks, but to
Yeah.
also step outside your comfort zone a little bit here.
that.
And that might mean going to different places or venues that you may not have considered before to try to meet the right person. And I feel with the Anchor and the Rider, that is just saying ground yourself.
House,
What?
not rider, house.
Oh, it's the House. I don't know why I thought it was the Rider.
I don't know why you did either.
Well, when I look at the screen here, I can't see any numbers or anything.
You can't see when you look over here.
I can't. I'm trying to lift my head up to see. So, I'm sorry, the Anchor in the House. Ground yourself in really looking for the people that fit your comfort zone, who make you feel comfortable, who make you feel safe and secure. Because, even if maybe you don't, in this day and age we don't think so, marriages can last a long time, or should be a bonding that lasts a long time. So if you want to partner up, make sure it's with somebody who really matches you and makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel good inside and out. And that's what we have for you.
Well, I just want to say one last thing, because I
Oh.
feel like, your goal is very specific to what you want, but it's really on a time scale that could end up not being exactly realistic. And so a lot of this is going to depend on you trying to, thread that needle and push those things along. So it's really going to be more about how you handle those actions on the ground, what happens there, how you bring that there. It's not going to just happen because you want it. You're going to have to put some of your own energy in it. Or otherwise, you're going to have to find the possible partner who feels exactly as you, that they want this to be done by a certain time. They want to be engaged and married by that. So that's what we have for you.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
So I'm thinking it's possible, but you're going to have to, really step out, be front and center. Good luck with that.
Alrighty. So
And
tidal wave is up,
wave.
right?
Yep.
Is that right? Tidal wave. Hey,
What I
tidal
put
wave.
out there. All right.
Okay, what do you need to know about the connection with R?
You're welcome, Foxy.
You're
Good luck.
welcome. Get to work.
Get busy.
So, I don't know if this is necessarily a romantic connection, but I am going to use my Final Rose tarot. Any tarot can be used for anything. This one is more of a deck that's designed for, romantic kind of questions. I used to use it on my emotional exchanges. I love the red and pink tones. I guess there was a game show or a reality show called The Final Rose that was sort of like a
Yes.
Bachelor. Well, I never watched it. So I remember The Bachelorette, The Bachelor. I don't remember The Final Rose.
Well, I thought the final rose was part of those shows that they
Okay.
would give the rose to the final. I don't know.
I don't
Unless there was
remember.
one called the final rose, but that's
We obviously
my
didn't need to watch that show.
I never watched any of those type of reality shows. I think what I did watch once though was one, what was it? It was some sort of matchup show, but it was very strange.
I like
It was
the one
blind date,
Bachelorette
I
show.
think, or something. It was some kind of blind date show, and it was very strange.
All right.
Anyway.
So, what do you need to know about the connection with R? Oh, and of course, the first card is the devil, here called the villain. Ooh. So we'll just quickly move on to the next card. And then it's the wild card. No, it's not. It's the magician. I'm sorry. There is a wild card in here that I've left in here. It doesn't come up very often. It's the magician reversed. Okay. So something else to know about them, perhaps. And then the cliffhanger, which is number 12. So that's the hanged man. It's upright.
Wow.
What do you got? Boy, you asked for a tidal wave. The tree and the Sith. With those, I'm wondering if this is somebody who could really pull you away from other things, cutting your connection to other things. But I'm going to wait on that one. That was just how it struck me. So the devil, the magician reversed, and the hanged man. Well, what you may need to know about R is that maybe they are strong with their passions, and maybe they are drawn more to their physical needs than other needs. They may actually feel like there's a little bit of an OCD or obsession there.
Oh, you want me to go? I thought you were
I
gonna...
did the first card.
Okay, well, the first card, I would say, gosh, yes, they seem to have an obsession. Is it an obsession with you? Is it an obsession with something else in their life that may not be healthy? So do they have a bad habit of some sort? Do they, so I'm just saying it seems as though there's something obsessive going on here. And it may, if it's not about the connection between you and R, it could be just something else in their life that needs some balance, that they need to, because it's restricting them in some ways. It's limiting them. And I think, I'll let Mr. O go on, but I think it ties into that next card, the magician.
Yes, I agree. The magician reversed, it may be that they're always trying to assert their will or assert their energies in certain ways, but they're not exactly hitting, a home run here. It could be that maybe some of their OCD things are sort of mixing up with that. I mean, maybe they have really a disproportionate view of what they can actually affect in their lives, and maybe that's just because there's something else bogging them down, something that they're codependent about, not necessarily your relationship, but in general. I'm going to just quickly jump ahead to that last card because it's too tempting to say that this is the kind of person who could ghost you. The cliffhanger, to be continued, that they might disappear and you'll be waiting, to see if they come back or not, or that this is a tendency of theirs to just somehow feel like they can leave things hanging and come back when they're ready to. And maybe that's because it's about themselves too. Maybe they will come to the realization that they need to work on their issues or their issues with you.
Well, now I'm not sure I want to put the magician and thing together. Let me think a minute. Okay. So the first card was a double, and I wanted to say that the magician reversed is about, it can be about some kind of, I don't want to say trickery, but it can be. I mean, it can be about a little bit of dishonesty. Maybe, maybe they're embarrassed about something in their lives, so they're hiding something. So, I know this is supposed to be about your connection with R, but this seems to be what I'm reading or what I'm seeing here is things about R, what you need to know about R. But I would say here, if it's about your connection, there could be an obsessive thing going on, and it might be something that they are either trying to hide. Maybe they're not coming out with how they truly feel. That could be. I wonder here. And so there's some sort of like holding back or sleight of hand going on here. And it's largely due to what I feel is their lack of confidence, in themselves, their lack of sense of, of self. And when you go to the Hanged Man, as Mr. O did, I'm thinking with the Hanged Man, I'm not going to say that they're going to ghost you, but I am going to say they're kind of in a limbo kind of state right now. They're really trying to sort things out. And maybe it's their feelings, maybe it's something else, maybe whatever. Yeah. And so I feel like they're kind of in a stasis or a limbo with
You're the
things
ghoster.
right now.
You're the ghoster. That's not nice, but this could just be saying, too, that maybe at some point they will have an intervention and they will realize they have to make this sacrifice. They have to give this up. So that could be because of your involvement or it could be because of other circumstances. Sorry.
That's okay. What I would like to say now is that really fits in title with what I was going to say moving forward with the Lenormand, because even though the scythe is turned away from the tree, I got this distinct impression when those two came up together that there's no growth here. There's like a cut, it's like growth gets cut off. And so I'm wondering here if, these habits are going to just get in the way of, potential future growth.
So in a sense, it's sort of like a sense of denial about that person, too, that they're not really ready yet to do these changes, although they may recognize them to some degree.
And maybe if I look at the scythe in another way, it might be saying that, they're not willing to cut their obsessions, and grow, They're not willing to do that right now. So
that's what we got.
Good luck with that. That devil, it's been coming up a lot for us. It came up for us twice this week, Angel. Upright and reversed in our cards of the day. And we had the Five of Swords. And we had the Tower. This was just a bad week. Strength reversed. Everything was kind of ooky.
All right. Thanks, Title. Good luck.
Hey, you are welcome, Title.
You're very welcome, and we are here for you guys.
Sally. Hi, Sally.
Hi, Sally.
Every time, okay.
Outlook for the rest of September.
Okay, that's your deck.
No, I have.
Oh,
used my deck.
that's right. I used these. I pulled that nasty scythe. Okay. Going to use the Darkwood Tarot.
Yeah, we're only into the first week, Sally, so there are 3 more weeks to look at. And of course, we are moving towards October, that time of year. We will once again be doing some live Halloween events. The big one is the private party that we've been invited to a couple times. It'll be
at the mansion.
At the mansion.
The
It's
Victorian
like this
mansion in Dearborn.
witchy-looking house and grounds, and they go all out to throw a witchy-themed party. And we read cards there, and it's really pleasant.
It's not really a mansion. It's more like an estate of sorts, I guess. But
well, they have so many buildings on the
Yeah,
grounds,
yeah.
and they just go all out to decorate for their Halloween party. We'll probably post some pictures from that again soon. It's just a great place, and they're really nice people. That's in mid-October, and then at the end of the month, just before the last weekend, we're invited to the Michigan Witches Ball to vendor our readings there. And that'll be our first time at that. That's a long-running event that's been running for years, but We've never attended to Vend. I think we went one time just to go to it. It's way over on the other side of the universe from us.
Well, lo and behold, what do I get with this deck for, let's see.
Sally.
Sally, it's the Magician reversed. But the Chariot is upright. And this is okay. I mean, it's not great, but it's okay. It's the Five of Pentacles reversed.
All right, and then in the Lenormand, I have the Rider, not the House. The
Thank
Rider.
you. I must have channeled it.
But I do have the House too.
What?
The House and the Rider.
Planning on moving, Sally? I see Buddy said he moved. Congratulations, Buddy. I didn't get to say that.
That's fine, Libra.
At any rate, the Magician reversed is just a caution here, you know, because I see the Chariot. You're moving towards your goals. Let me start with the Chariot in the middle. It seems like there's a lot of movement for you in September, Sally. Things happening. You know, whatever you want to get accomplished or do, there's the drive, there's the motivation, there's the energy to do it. But what you have to watch out for is, you know, with the Magician reversed here, I just caution you that, you know, beware the people that you are dealing with. I almost sense that there could be somebody or somebody that you have to deal with. Maybe, let's say you're making a major purchase of some sort, a car, or, you know, getting some repairs done in the home, whatever, renovations, whatever the case may be. Be wary of, you know, motivations and what they're telling you. Make sure everything's on the up and up. And also, you know, you want to, just on a personal level, if you're working towards some goals, some major things happening in your life in September, make sure you're ready. Sometimes the Magician can talk about, are you prepared enough? You know, do you have the knowledge, the skills, whatever it is to pull off what it is you want to do?
So I like the Chariot kind of combining with the Rider and the Lenormand, but I'm going to get to that in a little bit, I think. I sort of feel that the play between the Magician reversed and the Chariot shows that there's kind of like maybe a battle of will. Hi, Victoria. A battle of will going on. Nice for you to join us. Thank you. A battle of will going on because the Magician says, maybe reverse says, you're trying to figure out what your willpower points are, how to be more creative or how to kind of direct your energies, you know, your willpower. The Chariot says you can do that. The Chariot says that goals you may be trying to achieve, you seem to be heading towards them and mastering those forces or energies you need to do those. So it sort of seems like maybe, like Banshee said, you're not confident as maybe you want to be, but you're going to be moving towards these choices and finding that energy to kind of do it anyway. So this could apply across the board to anything. It could apply to career issues. It could apply to education issues or romance or relationship issues too, material issues. So I think this is just sort of saying like maybe you're getting pulls in different directions. Maybe this could represent you saying, I need to divide my time between different issues. How do I manage that? And so it might be that kind of energy there.
Now, the Five of Pentacles reversed to me could mean a couple of things that either relate to this or might be something different. Like, for example, you know, if you've not been feeling up to snuff health-wise, you know, I think conditions will improve. Things will be better for you in this next month. I feel here, too, that the Five of Pentacles reversed could be about either financial conditions improving or maybe a sense of feeling like you've now found a place somewhere. You know, if you've been feeling isolated or lonely, maybe something comes along that pulls you into a new environment, a new scene, a new community of some sort. And so this will really pick up your spirits.
So in a way, the Five of Pentacles reverse kind of resolves or sort of puts a clarity there that maybe during the rest of the month, you know, you're facing the issues of where to put your energy, where to put your drive, what projects to work on, how to achieve better clarity for your goals. And then the Five of Pentacles reverse says, somehow it just sort of works out, or the doorway opens, the key
Yeah.
comes into your hand, and you find that. So even if there is this struggle during this month to mark out your goals and move towards them, and that there's a little bit of slidiness there, the Five of Pentacles sort of says that by the end of the month, things are going to kind of really, hit with an impact, and you're going to find you like that. You're going to find that you've actually accomplished what you want, even if you didn't do it exactly the way you thought you might have been doing it.
Right, it may be a little bit of a struggle, but it's not going to be anything serious. And I think here with the Rider and what is that again? The house. That's right. I talked about moving laughingly because that could be that, but it could also indicate that you're moving to. The house is there. I think what it is saying is your comfort, your security, maybe even your home environment. You're moving it to the top of your list this month of things to do, or where to find your comfort at, where to find your security at. I just feel like there's some moves maybe you'll be making in the home, or maybe you'll be doing, maybe you'll be inviting people to your home.
I like the house being there because, to me, in a way, the house sort of, like I said, the Rider coincides with the Chariot in a way. The house might be coinciding with that reverse Five of Pentacles, because that energy is talking about coming in from out in the cold. And of course, that for most people is the house. So I wonder, too, if this is about things related to that, like Banshee said, maybe just really not so much like changing your living situation, moving to a new apartment house or whatever,
right.
But maybe it's about finding ways to do things that you need to do there. Maybe there are home improvements, or maybe there are some things that you need to make in the house more secure for yourself. So security could be part of that, but it could also just be about beautification. Maybe you need to, it's fall time coming, plant the tulips for next spring, that kind of thing.
And with what I said earlier about the magician and watching out for people throwing, possibly shade at you, tricking you, manipulating you, trying to make a buck off of you or whatever, the house and the Rider could be talking about that too, in the sense of make sure the moves that you are making this month, that they're secure, that you're not just doing things that could put your finances in jeopardy or something else in jeopardy.
I think the essential energy or synergy between the Rider and the Chariot is that at some point before the end of the month, you just sort of figure your resolve out, your need to be in charge and to move on your direction.
It's definitely movement happening for you this month.
One way or the other.
With both of those cards in here, you're making some moves, whether it's at your home or whether it's in your personal life. You are shaking things up a bit. So, and that's good. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Sally. I think it's Anthony. Hey, Anthony.
For some reason, I can't get back to my list. My list.
You're welcome.
Is gone.
I hope it all works out, Sally, and thanks for that clarification. Victoria, I hope you're still here later, because we'll squeeze you in for the reading.
Victoria, I just wanted to say I didn't get to see your video. I know you sent me something I have to take a look at in a DM. I will check that out tonight.
It seems to be a lot better. If you were doing any mojo for us, or any of you guys, we thank you.
So they gave us a new modem and it seems to be working fine. We'll see. I'm on borrowed time with them anyway.
Okay, this is a tall order, Anthony. What is the forecast for the Detroit Lions this season?
Oh man, I'm so in on that question.
All right. Well, it's my deck, and I'm going to use the Olympus Tarot. So, the ancient Greeks and Romans, were really about physical activity. All their statues show really buff-looking people. Nobody ever had to work out because they just were gifted that way, apparently.
Oh, that's awesome, Victoria. Tarot book. Yay.
Good for you.
I can get back to working on my projects now that I can get back into Canva and stuff.
Don't forget to let him on.
I won't. I just wanted to look at Anthony's question, see what the forecast is. All right. Well, I was very disappointed one of their players couldn't play tonight, but best to save him up for the season ahead, I guess.
Card 1, the reversed King of Swords. Not necessarily a good start for this kind of question.
Should have been my deck. You got another reversal, don't you?
Yeah, it's the reversed Eight of Cups. Boy, that kind of tells a story, even for me who doesn't know sports a whole lot. And then, oh dear.
Next time we use my deck for the
shut up.
sports question. Shut up.
It's the Four of Wands, and there's a lion with arrows in it, and it's howling in pain.
What?
A lion!
Is it upright or reversed?
It's upright.
Though? Well, okay.
Somebody's going to slay the lion this season.
Leave it to me, Anthony. I'll set you right. All right.
There's a lion! Oh
No,
my God, there's a lion!
There's a dog.
It's all going to the dogs, apparently.
And there's the whip and broom.
Whip
Sweep.
it good.
It's a sweep.
I'll let you start.
Well,
King
the
of
king-
Swords reversed.
The King of Swords reversed is kind of a tricky card for me. I think here that it could indicate that there could be some bad decision making. You know, when I think of the King of Swords, I think of clouded, thinking, not being able to logically think. This makes me, and really, I think I have a lot of respect for Coach Campbell, but I really hate upper management. They just haven't served the Lions well over the years, and I can't help but wonder if some stupid decision is going to be made, that could impact their year ahead. Some trade they should not have done, whatever the case may be. It could be a coaching decision. When I look at the King of Swords, I'm thinking more about the coaching and management as opposed to the players. But what's that second card?
That is the Eight of Cups reversed.
The Eight of Cups reversed. It's almost as if, it's almost as if here, they're going backwards a little bit. So I have a feeling this might be saying that they might be getting off to a slow start. That's what I think, that maybe they're going to be struggling in the beginning here. But the Four of Wands is there, and there is reasons to celebrate this year. There's a celebration. I do feel they're going to make the playoffs this year. I just don't know how far they'll go, but I have a feeling.
Okay, I don't know sports, so there's a snake that's sort of taunting the lion with the arrows in it. Is there a team that has a snake as their mascot?
Not that I know of.
Okay, reptile. Somebody's got the iguanas, right?
There's the Miami Dolphins, but
the Indiana iguanas.
Those them.
Okay, there's no such team.
No.
But for me, I think that
I don't know.
the King of Swords reverse sort of speaks to the idea of somebody who's behind the eight ball, in a sense that they're always sort of running a little bit behind and they're not quite getting up to snuff. And that could talk about management, that they're just sort of not quite exactly there. They're just a half step behind.
Maybe you're also talking offensively, maybe, that they're not...
I don't know sports, so I don't know.
Okay.
I just think in general that somebody is not quite...
I'm trying to help you here.
Key to the idea of, strong decisions or good decisions, so maybe I would be safer to say that, there's just still some sense of decisions not quite being thought out well enough.
Anthony, I have another horrible thought.
Oh.
You know what's plagued the Lions over the years, right? bad refereeing, bad judgment calls. So I wonder if we're going to be victimized again this year by some of that.
Yeah, I agree, Anthony. It's probably more symbolic. Your worst enemy is always a snake. So, anyways, the Eight of Cups behind us, kind of like what Banshee says. I think this is saying, like, maybe this is not a move forward kind of position. They may be stuck there analyzing, what's going on with their strategies or their overall figuring out where to put their strongest members, all that kind of stuff, alignment.
On the positive side, it may indicate that they realize that they don't have to make any major changes, that they're pretty good where they're at. I mean, I'm rethinking that a little bit and thinking maybe that's why the Eight of Cups is here, is that they feel like they don't have to do anything else, make any other kind of major player moves right now to elevate things. They can stay where they are. But often this card is about going back. And so I'm wondering, too, if there might be some strategizing or some plays that harken back to things they used to do at one time that worked for them. And ultimately, though, like I said, I can't argue with the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is the party card. It's our unofficial party card. So I think Lions fans are going to be celebrating something this year. And I think that's evidenced here with the dog, too. I think fans are going to have something to feel good about. And it's going to move them. I think that basically, too, this could mean that it's possible that we will see a lot more aggressive movements from them.
Okay, Four of Wands with, crying lion. Maybe this is just symbolic, as you say, about a lot of things. And so the idea is really that they get it together. Maybe after this pause where they feel like they have to really examine why they seem to be going backwards, if that's appropriate, they figure out how to get it together. And I think it's because of these things, because they realize that the loyalty of the fans as well as the loyalty of the various team members is their greatest strength, and that's what they need to focus on, is those things, and to do it quickly. And so what I'm suggesting is that maybe they get to that point of almost no return where, like, nope, the season's a wash up, and then maybe it's going to turn around and we'll have a better ending for them.
Yeah, with the Lions, sometimes they're just bad, and then other times they have a great start and then they just flop. And then other times they have a bad start and they are suddenly good at the end. And it's like, arr! But I wonder about the ref calls. I'm almost wondering now if that first card isn't going to be about some bad calls again by, we were really saddled with some bad stuff in the recent years.
All is not lost. It seems like maybe, and what you say is pretty appropriate, even if it's not necessarily going to work out this season, they're only going to build because they're going to gain more experience and be not so young in the future.
100% agree. I think this is a building year for them still. They're not going to go all the way. There's a lot of, a lot of talk out there. The Lions are being talked up, but I worry about stuff like that, just the overhype. I feel this is another building year for them, but they're going to go, I feel, steps further than they did last year.
Tell you what, Anthony, when you do the mid-season check-in, we'll let it be her and her deck.
Yes, we should do a mid-season check-in, absolutely, because things can change, so absolutely, I'm all in on that, Anthony. And I'll be I'm not going to religiously watch games this year, but I will try to keep up with them.
It's a deal.
Like I said, I love their quarterback. I think their quarterback is great. I was so amazed watching him last year. The few times I did get to see him, I'm like, this guy's got talent. So I'm excited.
All right.
Well, thanks for that question, Anthony. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was actually fun.
Angel Rivera's up.
Angel. Just call him Angel in the morning. We've been singing that a lot lately, haven't we?
We have.
So
Now, Victoria, I didn't put you on the list because you just wanted to check in, right? So, and just hang out.
but nobody has come after her yet, right?
Nope.
So there's still room
So
to be on the
there's
list.
still room if you want to be on.
And reminding everybody, of course, that we'll be here on Saturday for happy hour at its normal time, 10 a.m. Come and get a positive, refreshing, uplifting message, etc., etc.
Okay, Angel Rivera. I am going to use...
List me, baby. I
The
like that.
Haunted House Tarot. Ooh. All right, Victoria, I'll get you on there. Yes, happy hour. Aw. Hey, good luck with that. That sounds great. I went to chair yoga today and I had the crazy instructor. And I say crazy because she does things that even some of the other older people there were upset about. It's like one time when she was having us do one move, this guy said, "Oh, come on." Like, I'm not going to be able to do that. And so, I don't know. I'll still go when she's there, but she's kind of a trip.
Well, we're hoping to do the unhappy hour, which is kind of like therapy, our form of therapy.
That's right.
Tomorrow, Friday, we will be live in the chat room, but it will be a recorded one, and we're thinking that's going to come out late afternoon or early evening. So if you are around tomorrow, check out the unhappy hour, and then, of course, Saturday is the happy hour. Sunday finds us back with Banshee's Material Matters.
We're back.
Back. We are back, indeed.
Oh. Well, Angel Rivera, you start out winding down in a balanced fashion. We have the Justice card upright.
Oh, it looks like Bad Nurse.
Now, I shuffled these well and mixed them up. I've got another major arcana. It's the Sun card. Upright. Oh, man.
Ooh.
No, this is good. The Six of...
I was 109 degrees.
Oh, ouch.
Sorry.
You won't believe what's happening here, Victoria. I'll tell in a minute.
Okay, so the Six of Swords.
Six of Swords upright. All upright.
Clouds.
Which is what we should have had for the Lions. Just saying.
And Bear. Okay, Angel, let's go.
Angel, this is awesome. So you just want to see what's happening as you're winding out of the retrograde. Well, balance is restored. If you've been going through a rough patch, you had that death in the family you spoke of and other things happening, things are going to start to even out more. You're going to feel more sense of, everything's aligning properly. All feels right. And then that leads into the Sun, which indicates to me that, everything is going to start looking up, looking more optimistic. You're going to feel better, physically, stronger. You're going to really be coming out of this okay. And ultimately, with the Six of Swords, what can I say? You're leaving behind some of this negativity from the retrograde and moving to more calm, tranquil shores. Who could ask for better?
Like I mentioned earlier, the retrograde may affect people differently depending on where Mercury's placed in their own chart or where it's transiting through their charts. So I sort of feel like things are reaching an equilibrium, the Justice card. So as we're pulling out of the retrograde or finding it ending, things really have released in a certain way. Maybe there's a sort of a sense that you can really look at it with a little bit of an outside objective perspective for yourself too, to really evaluate how well or well it wasn't. And mostly what you're going to find really is there's knowledge. You're finding knowledge, you're finding success, of course, and happiness. But I think in this indication, this is really saying a clarity that sort of enhances what's going on there, but also maybe it enhances what's going on with the last card, the Six of Swords, because I think it's saying what your decisions are moving forward will be sound too, and that really this information, this knowledge, the sense of an equilibrium, equanimity, pulls you out into the final path towards better.
Hey, Shirley, you were here earlier, right? We called your name, but you weren't here, so we put you at near the end of the list. So you're still on the list, but we had to move you down because of that. So what do we have here again?
Clouds and Bear.
Well, I think that, you know what this is saying? It's really nice, Angel. This whole reading is really good. And I feel here with the Clouds and the Bear, you're being able to take your power back, during the cloudy, that was taken maybe away from you a little bit during that cloudy, confusing Mercury retrograde season. So you are now taking your power back over things that were maybe overwhelming you, confusing you, causing turbulence.
It's kind of like the Mayhem commercial where he thinks he's a bear. You're just kind of clawing your way through whatever is confusing. And I really feel that's true, because when I look at the Clouds card, to me it seems like the dark side of the clouds is clearly on the other side, and the light side is what's facing the bear. The bear may be not really noticing them. He's looking in another direction altogether. But I think that is really the way of saying that, your newfound strength, or your newfound sense of your strength, will really help you propel through any lingering clouds, depressing things, or confusing things.
Yeah, this looks really good. So wishing you luck coming back out of this period. This has been a nightmare.
Just a reminder to everybody that they can leave their question if they have to leave for any reason, and then we'll just do it, in order. But you will possibly have to navigate, back to that part there. But yeah, good luck, Shirley, and hopefully this one won't be so long. So who's up next? You're welcome.
All right, Angel, you are welcome. I hope it all turns out better for you.
Who's up next? It's Libra.
Yeah, I was just going to post the list again.
And Libra
Sorry.
says, what hidden message do we need to know?
What hidden message do we need to know?
So I'm going to use my new Reformed Golden Dawn Tarot, or whatever the heck it's called. It's kind of based on Golden Dawn concepts. So bright colors and striking images are the key.
What was the question again, roughly?
What hidden message does Libra need to know?
So that would be my reading, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just trying to get my head straight. Gotta get used to the swing of things again. Hey, this has been great tonight. Thanks, everybody, for showing up for us on our return.
Yeah. And we'll be back on Sunday, of course, with our regular live stream again.
I love the Mayhem ads, Angel. I do too. They're always great. I know a lot of people don't like commercials, but some of them are so creative I can't, and fun.
Okay, so the first card, what hidden message do you need to know? Did I say that right?
What hidden message?
Do I need to know? Yes, okay.
Wow.
And the first card is Justice Reversed. So you may need to know about something that is an important decision. It could be something legal. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but it may be something that is working against you. Maybe it's a decision where you're not totally in control of how that's going to play out. You may be literally at the whims of somebody else making a decision, Or this could be talking about something that you need to think about before you make the decision, or you need to make sure you make the right decision of some sort.
Yeah, Libra, this is about, I don't know if it's legal decisions per se, but I do think it's about decisions and weighing things carefully. And maybe this is a worry, that you're having. What you need to know is that maybe you're concerned about how the outcome of some decision affecting you. And frankly, what you need to know is that people aren't operating from a sense of fairness. So I think that, maybe you need to consider that, and it may indicate that you have to really fight for something if you really want the outcome that you're seeking, because others have other ideas.
So why is this important then? And it's the reverse Eight of Pentacles.
Oh.
And this may be suggesting that things you're working on are not going to be fruitful, or will be harder work than you imagine, or maybe people who you felt were your partners are going to punk out on you, ghost you in a sense. And so it may be tied into this decision you need to know. So it does sort of take it out of the possible legal kind of decision. This may be a different kind of decision, and it may affect how you work, or what you work on, or who you work with.
Well, Eight of Pentacles, I almost feel here this is saying this is something you're going to have to figure out on your own. You're not going to get a lot of help from others here.
That's a good point.
You're going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to do the hard task of, standing up for yourself. And
a thought that occurs to me is that maybe with this card here is suggesting that you realize that information you have is faulty, and so you don't want to necessarily work with somebody that maybe, you feel like you've been given bad advice, or that some of the other things you've taken in are clearly not going to support a better, choice there.
I'm going to wrap this up again when we're all done, because
All
I
right.
got to get my thoughts
Hi,
together.
boy. Hello, boy.
So what is the final
Where's
card?
it leading to? And it's leading to the Lovers reversed.
Bad choices. Bad
Bad
decisions.
choices.
So-
Choosing something that's maybe looks good but really ends up not being good. Choosing something easier to do rather than the hard way that makes, it more likely to happen or occur.
So what do you need to know? What is hidden is that there is somebody who is maybe, or people who are not, judging you fairly, are not giving you a fair shake in some manner, some matter that you're involved in. And why is that important? It's because you have to really stand up for yourself. You're going to have to put in the hard work, and you're not going to feel very happy about it. When the Eight of Pentacles is reversed, it's showing a lack of motivation. So in other words, this sense of people, working against your best interests here is making you feel non-motivated. And where is that leading you? Well, that's leading you to, what is that again?
The Lovers reversed.
Yeah, the Lovers reversed. Is that where it's leading is that somebody is making a bad choice or a decision. You have to realize that, sometimes things aren't fair, number one. And, as much as you fight for what you believe in, somebody's still going to make a bad choice, But as long as you stand up for yourself, that is a win. We have to count our wins where we can. And here's another win, which is going to just blow your mind.
The Lenormand give us the Sun and the house. That house is doing a lot of work today.
So I feel here that, you at least are going to be safe and secure and comfortable with whatever happens here. It's almost as if, Yeah, you might feel bad about this decision, but it will say a lot about the people who are making the decision. And so ultimately, it will put you in a better place because you'll have more knowledge about, oh, so this is who they really are and this is how they really feel about me. And so it will afford you a sense of security and knowledge now that you did not have before.
The house can be symbolic of other things, but I'm going to take it literally here, and I'm basically wondering if this could be about relationships or people in relationships, and maybe this is saying really you want your house to be happier and more successful, and so this could be about a decision about who is in the house, who you have a relationship with that's important to the house's function or something like that. And you may, everything Banshee says is true, but what you may find is that going with the decision the way that seems to be going will make you and your house and family a lot happier.
Well, I won't rule out that it's a personal issue. I know I
Sure.
was a little bit obtuse here in a way. I don't, I could say that maybe it is about the home or matters connected to people in the home. It's possible, but I'll just let you sort that out yourself, Libra. It's an interesting reading. I feel like your best bet is don't let this, I look at this card here and I just want to say, don't let this stop you. Don't let this block you from progressing, from doing the work you feel you need to do, from making the decisions you need to make. Just know that others, they are on a different, they're not thinking the same way you are, and that could cause a problem, but it's better that everybody puts their cards on the table here. And that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. I see AA posted a question. Okay.
And that's going to be your deck?
Yep.
All right. And I'm thinking that we probably have about our list capacity with Victoria. We can kind of play it by ear once, somebody else does show up.
Yeah, we'll see. I agree with you, I think.
So, Victoria, you will most likely be our last reading. But right now, we are with AA, who has asked, what are the current Cancer energies and feelings towards Capricorn?
I'm going to grab out mine.
And it's AAA, not AA anymore. You've kind of progressed. You went from A squared to A cubed.
You know what? I'm going to use my new... grabbing it out here. Angel Wisdom deck. Okay.
Woot, woot, woot.
Sunny is like just so chill here.
I wanted to show that. Join us on Sunday for Banshee's Material Matters. It's back.
Yay!
It will be back Sunday at 10 a.m. We are live in the chat room. As Kara and others say, bring your coffee or beverage of choice. We'll have a good time.
All right.
Card 1.
Oh, it's the Six of Cups reversed. The Ace of Wands reversed. They're all reversed. I got it. Six of Pentacles reversed. Two sixes. Yeah.
Current Cancer energies and feelings towards Capricorn.
Well, the Six of Cups indicates that there's just some bad feelings still or resentments relating to, what do you have there?
The Rider and the Bear.
Okay. Relating to the past. There's something that they are holding on to that's making them feel, I don't know, maybe bitter or not happy.
It's kind of like a line in the sand of sorts that may be saying that they're not really ready to move forward in any particular direction. They're kind of holding on to that feeling right now that maybe something about the past association between Cancer and Capricorn doesn't bring exact happiness to them. So the next card was the
Ace of Wands.
Ace of Wands reversed.
Yeah.
Well, this could be saying that if there was some sort of structure to a relationship there, maybe it never, their feeling or their attitude maybe is that it never got off to the right start, or that maybe there were just certain things that were interfering with the formation of the relationship or where its potential was thought to be going.
Yeah, I think they're feeling, if we put this card with the Ace of Wands reversed here, it's kind of indicating that they may be feeling that things got off to a bad start, or did not grow. Things did not grow. Maybe, it wasn't necessarily a bad start at first, but that there was really no growth. And maybe they're looking at this now, their current feelings are that there's nothing to go back to here. I mean, if I'm reading this card right. And then the Six of Pentacles reversed is indicating here they're feeling a sense of imbalance, like something is not balanced or harmonizing in this relationship.
They think they're giving more than the other person is.
And remember, that may not be true, but
right,
that's
it's what
how
they feel. Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's the hinge points there, is that's what Cancer feels towards Capricorn. They may not feel like the relationship is on an even ground all the way around. Like maybe they feel that they have baggage with the Capricorn, and or they don't feel it's viable, it's not building. So then we look at the Lenormand, and it's the Bear and the Rider, and I'm having a little bit of problems with that. You might have to clear that for me.
Well,
Prep me on that.
I almost feel here that they're feeling like they're empowered now to move on.
Yes.
And, I'm not sure that they're empowered to make a move with the relationship because of all the negative cards I'm seeing at the moment. So they're really putting their power, their energy right now into moving in a new direction. But that's, like I said, tarot's just a snapshot in time, and it may just be because they feel there's nothing, that they really think will grow here.
Angel Rivera, don't say anything, but do we want to add Melanie to the list?
We'll add Melanie, and then the list is closed.
The list is closed after
Can you
Melanie.
put a thing at the top?
Yeah, I can.
We'll add you, Melanie.
So I sort of feel that way too, maybe with that, that there's an idea that they could be moving somewhere else, but I wouldn't discount for the idea that maybe in strength they want to maybe reassert that direction, but I think that's not as likely. I'll be honest, I don't think that's as likely.
It's just the cards are too, they're not in, they're not leading towards, a building up of positive feelings towards the Capricorn, right? I guess I would say that.
That's what I think, yep.
Yeah, at this time. So I'm sorry, Triple A, feel free to come and ask again later, but that's what we see right now. Good luck with that.
Good luck. Okay, so we are now on
Kara!
Hey, Kara.
You're very welcome, Melanie.
Yes.
All right.
Messages from Odin. Well, it's my deck. I'm going to use the Old English Tarot. I don't think Odin is in there, but it's probably a little closer to that idea. Anyway, the Old English Magic Tarot, or the English Magic Tarot.
Okay. Sunny is sacked out.
Do we just do 3 cards, or do we do your reading?
Any messages from Odin for me? Messages from... We could do mine.
Okay.
Ooh, sorry, I'm yawning.
You'd think we would be wide awake for this, our first return to the live stream in over a week, or about a week.
I did some housework today, and chair yoga really exhausted me, actually. I had to get out of the chair because this woman makes us... Well, she doesn't make us, but she does some things that are better done standing than sitting.
Card 1, Upright King of Cups. So I think Odin wants you to be kinder, or exemplify more of your loving nature. I know that's going to be really hard, right? No, I'm teasing. Odin is your daughter's cat.
So that's the King of Cups?
That's the King of Cups, yes.
Whoa.
So I think Odin wants you to kind of exemplify or magnify your heartfelt traits, the ideas of things that you can support wholeheartedly with your heart, or your, being compassionate towards others. This is not necessarily about love per se. It's really about you being the person who is loving and giving and maybe compassionate to people's problems and stuff.
I love that card, and you're going to pull the other card before I said what I was going to say?
Say what you're going to say.
The King of Cups wants you to be... Odin wants you to be master of your emotions, wants you to keep everything in check. All of what Mr. O said is very, very relevant here. He wants you to show love to others and shower them with good feelings. And
starting with us.
Yeah, bring it on, Kara. And Kara, I haven't been on, I've been on sporadically recently with all the problems we've been having, but I've seen some of the memes you've posted that are, kind of encouraging to people and kind of trying to, help them out, give them some advice. And so maybe Odin wants you to do a little bit more of that, or maybe he's acknowledging that right now, that he likes what he sees here. So why is that important?
Why is that important?
Oh, thank you, Kara. We love you too.
And you said something about a new subscriber, but we missed the screen for that. So if you are a new subscriber out there, thank you and welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so why is it important? Because King of Wands upright.
Whoa.
Well, I guess this card is saying it's important because you would really magnify your potentials to achieve things. The King of Wands is really in charge of himself in a way that's a little different, because he's brave enough to assert himself, and he's charismatic to get other people to say, yeah, what they said. So I think it's really good. I think this is saying that by being kind to others, maybe opportunities will show up that will really be something you can get involved in. They may be opportunities for personal growth, but they could also be other opportunities that may parlay into other kinds of growth.
He wants you to turn on the charm, Kara. And be kind to people. And he feels that, this is where you may find your calling. This is where you may, ultimately achieve something really positive in your life by sharing positive vibes with others.
Who thinks this is a king too?
That'd be wild. 3 kings?
But 3 kings, yes. But where will this lead to then? And no, it's not a king. It's the reversed 10 of Wands. And this is fabulous because this is going to lead to you alleviating burdens or obligations, things that you no longer wish to carry with you, things that maybe you shouldn't be carrying. maybe, that kind of thing. If you've been feeling like, life is oppressive or life has too many things going on for me that I can't always handle, this is where it leads to. By being kind, you are opening up the door towards opportunities, and some of those opportunities will make your life's load lessen. Not a lesson, but lessen as in diminish.
Got it. You don't have to tell me that, but her, yes.
I'm telling you that too.
Look at Kara. I think what it's saying is that, you will feel lighter. You will feel lighter by doing this, There's a lightness when you share light with others that happens to you. And so Odin wants you to experience that, And, there's just so much muck out there. And I mean, it's okay to throw dirty body jokes and different things and be humorous. And, I get into the dirty politics at times. I probably shouldn't. But, the bottom line is that the love that we share with others and the good words, the positive energy, it reflects light back onto us.
Sharing is caring.
Well, look at this.
Crimson and clover. Over and over. Clover, good luck. Ooh, tree.
Yeah. There
Bam.
is growth here for you, and it's almost as if, this will make a very lucky turn in your life, doing more of this. So maybe you should become a social media motivator.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it's better to start off, small. And maybe there are, volunteer opportunities where you don't have to do a lot of work, but maybe it gives you that sense of sharing and being compassionate towards people and growing good luck, because what goes around comes around. So, I don't know what that would be appropriate for you, but, consider that. Consider any opportunities that will allow you to do some of these things.
Wow, this was another awesome reading.
That was
This
a really
is
good reading. I hope you liked
Kara.
it.
Hope you enjoyed that. All right. Crystal, you are up.
Hi, Crystal. Hope you're still with us.
I know. Oh, I
There
grabbed
she
your...
is. Will me and Jay have an honest conversation before the end of this year? Well, that's a good timeline. Thank you, Crystal. And you're welcome, Kara.
Should we do... Well, I don't want to do a yes. Let's throw 3 cards. Let's see what we get. I'm going to be using my Jack-o'-lantern
You're
tarot.
welcome, Crystal. Thanks for coming. Haven't seen you in a while. I know you've been here before, but not very recently, or I don't think you have.
Time has no meaning here.
Ah, so you're the new subscriber. Well, thank you,
Ah.
Melanie. Really appreciate that. We're on a
Awesome.
mission to grow. As long as it takes.
We're in it to win it someday. No. We love what we do here. All right.
Yeah, spread the word, everyone. Ooh.
Okay, the first card is the Seven of Swords reversed. That's interesting here because of what you asked. But the second card is the King of Swords reversed. Not too happy about that one. The third card is the World upright.
And I think I should throw the Lenormand because I think they're interesting here. The first one, and Lenormand's a different system if you don't know that, than Tarot. It's the Bouquet. And then the card that follows it is the Crossroads. So I do think there's some interesting energies going on here, maybe.
Yeah, mixed bag for
Mixed bag.
sure. Well, let's talk about that Seven of Swords. You were asking if you would have an honest conversation before the end of the year. Well, you're going to have a conversation, and I think you're going to be able to ferret out the truth, whether the truth is revealed through Jay or not. In other words, and I'm reading between the lines here because of the next card, but the Seven of Swords is, when it's reversed, it's about things coming to light. And sometimes the things that come to light can spell trouble, depending if somebody has been behaving badly, for example. So, but the truth will be revealed.
I think this card has a sense of your past history with Jay. The idea that maybe you haven't always been able to have honest conversations, either for logistics reasons. Oh, somebody's too busy, can't do it right now. Let's do it next week, blah, blah, blah. But it could also be saying, too, that you're aware that, you haven't really kind of pinned down certain things, that there maybe has been some evasiveness with talking about your situation. This card does seem to suggest that it's likely you're going to be able to have more of an honest conversation.
Yeah, I feel that, okay. Well, like I said, I'm not so sure about that because of the next card.
The King of Swords.
The King of
reverse.
Swords. Now, if this is reflective of Jay, I would say this person does have some aggressive tendencies, some pushy tendencies. They may be a little bit, what's the word?
I'm thinking that they're judgmental without necessarily having a total command of their facts.
Right. They rush to judgment, make rash judgments without thinking. Right. That's sort of, thank you.
Or if that's not them per se, it's sort of the gestalt of your situation, but more on their end, of course. And Crystal says, right, thank you.
So because of the nature of this person, that's why I'm wondering here, if he's actually going to be honest with you, or you're going to be able to read between the lines and see for yourself, the truth of the matter. That's what I think.
Which is represented either way by the world, in a way.
In a way,
it is. And you would still get the world.
Because I kind of feel like things will come full circle here. The world is completion of some sort. Something gets completed for better or worse, in this situation. But I think since the world is such a positive card, whatever this outcome is, it's something that is for your good. Okay.
It could be for both your goods, but it's clearly more for your good. Yeah. It does seem to sound like maybe you have the conversation and you get the understanding that you either wanted or that you feel was coming anyway. And so that sort of leads us, I think, to the Lenormand, which says that you are sort of at a crossroads in this situation. You will be
facing a crossroads, I think, in relation to this. I think there will be a heart-to-heart, or at least a chance to talk to Jay. And, it's going to leave you at a crossroads of which way you want to go. And I would say you are going to go to the path that brings you the most joy in your life. If this path and what you're getting out of Jay is not, how should I say this, is not making you feel good, then you're going to move on a different road towards what will bring you peace and happiness in your life.
And that's because this card is the bouquet, and it looks like somebody is offering the bouquet. So it's offering a gift, or it's offering the sense of joy, happiness, something that makes you feel good. And that's because you're at the crossroads where you're at the point you can realistically make this decision on your own. And you know what? We always tell people, Crystal, that, tarot is a snapshot in time. So right now it looks like you will have that conversation. But, this is not a money-back guarantee here.
I would like to say, too, that with the bouquet, the thought occurs to me, this guy, he can be kind of manipulative. That's a hallmark of the King of Swords. And so it wouldn't surprise me if he isn't trying to manipulate your journey a little bit by, some sweet talk, some things that maybe would appeal to you. but you're going to make a decision ultimately from this conversation.
It could be that maybe because the world ends up there, that maybe Jay does see the light, or after the conversation, it could be, and so that's Jay bringing you the gift, or saying, I want to try and work with you. But we can't necessarily guarantee that, or that it doesn't more likely refer to what Banshee says, that your decision will lead you more towards joy.
I think your decision will lead you more towards joy, whichever way you go. But, weigh things carefully here. Make sure that you are truly ferreting out the truth of the matter. I think, like I said, it's going to come out. It's going to come out, but it's how it comes out is what I'm not sure about. So I wish you luck with that.
Right, Crystal. And we would love it if you come back at some point and tell us how it worked out. Tell us we were full of crap, or tell us whatever. But we always like to get the feedback afterwards. So if you can, drop back or just leave us a comment, on the YouTube video. But thank you for coming here. Hope to see you again.
And we've made it to Violet Ann.
Violet Ann. Thank you, Crystal. Appreciate that. Hey, Violet Ann.
Good luck with that, Crystal.
Good luck.
Fingers crossed for you.
Aw. Kiss for you. So while we're waiting for Violet Ann, we will mention once again that we have another show which will be back on Monday. We couldn't do it this week with our internet down, but it's Your Weird Week, Mondays at 9 a.m. And it's kind of a unique reading for us because we decide, a lot of people have told us they really like our political or our global kind of, predictions or attempts at predictions. And so with Your Weird Week, we try to look at what's going on in the world that seems to be very important, and just check it out. That's all I can tell you. Just check it out. Mondays at 9 a.m. or anytime afterwards. And at the end of each week, when the next week rolls around, we do a quick review of what those cards were and see if we can align them to what was in the news.
World or U.S. events, and see what comes up.
And who are we waiting on?
Violet Ann.
Okay, let's give Violet Ann another moment. Violet Ann is kind of like our counterpart across the pond. Violet Ann has her own YouTube channel. You can check that out too. She dispenses card readings throughout the week, just like we do. And if she's not here, well, she may have missed her chance. It's, different time zone over there, so it's probably a bit later for her over there. We'll give her one more minute, I think, and then we're going to move on. Anything else to talk about?
No. I'm all talked out.
Well, at some point in the next month or so, maybe 2 months, we're going to be doing more giveaways. We
keep promising
We keep promising, so we got to try and do it. But we're hoping to give away a couple of extra materials we have, either card decks that we've received that were duplicates, or some other items that maybe we would like to raffle. It's going to be only for our stateside, viewers. We can't ship overseas.
Last call for Violet Ann.
More details as they develop. All right, I think we should just move on then.
I'll do the countdown.
So Shirley is up.
I didn't say that yet.
I know.
All right, Shirley, you are up.
And I hope your phone cooled down.
Violet Ann didn't leave a question, right?
I don't believe they did. I'm going to check real quick.
Look, how did I get Melanie twice on the list? I have
Because
no
I
idea.
wrote it in once, and you didn't notice it.
Oh. Stay out of my
That's
list.
why.
5437. Nice, Kara. There. What? Did I post it again with the double? What?
Who would know?
How did that happen?
So I don't see a question from Violet Ann, so I think we'll just move on to Shirley. I don't see one from Shirley either, so I hope Shirley is here. Shirley, come on down.
Shirley. She didn't leave a question? Okay.
Don't make us pass you twice in one show.
Oh my gosh, no.
But if your phone is overheating, then I guess, that's what it is. And of course, that means that we're just closer to the end of the show than for us. We probably can't put you back on the list at this point. It is about 8:45, and we still have several more readings to do. Up next is Cool Creek, Buddy Blue, and Victoria and Melanie.
Last call for Shirley. I'm a little bit not as fast as Mr. O.
I'm just trying to get you to watch that Lions thing that you said you wanted to watch.
I think Mr. O's had enough of reading tonight.
Hey, it's a return to form.
All right.
Well, Shirley will be back. Shirley is often on our show, so we'll hopefully get to her some other time.
Okay, then. We are on Cool Creek.
Cool Creek. This is that part of the evening where everybody seems to ghost us, and then we just move through the list pretty quick. But if you are there, Cool Creek, go ahead. There you are. Hey, cool. Does Kay want anything to do with our connection, now or in the near future?
Okay.
How do you want to do that?
Okay, good. You're still here. Don't ghost us, Victoria.
Don't leave us. So you want to do that as a yes or no, or three and then a yes or no? Did you read the question?
Let's do 3.
Okay. So thank you for your question. Does Kay want anything to do with our connection, now or in the near future? And I'm going to once again use the final rose, which is about connections, maybe mostly romantic, but not necessarily. Like any tarot deck, it could be used for any kind of question. I know, I'm a little hungry too, and I had a good dinner, so I don't know what's up with that.
Well, I'm not eating anything else.
Okay.
I ate a lot.
Okay, cool. Your first card. Oh,
Shirley.
we'll do you right after Cool Creek.
We'll fit you in after Cool Creek, but you gotta stay.
We're just starting on his reading.
All right.
Or leave us the question. I know, I'm sorry about that too. Just we can only wait so long before we have to move on. Okay, so Cool Creek, your first card is the Four of Pentacles. It's called the Four of Rings here. It's upright. That's followed by the reversed Seven of Cups. And then finally, the Fool reversed, the contestant.
What's the first one again?
Four of Pentacles.
4 of Pentacles.
Upright.
Oh.
We're sorry, SP. We can't do that. We've closed the list, actually. We're too close to closing time here. So your Lenormand is the woman, the Inquirer, and the fish. All right. No, the list is not open. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I thought he put a note up there. Oh.
I take it on and off as I need to. It'll be there in a second. See?
Okay.
We can catch you next time, hopefully. But mostly, you're good if you come earlier and you manage to stay on the list, because coming later, just usually the list is closed by then. Okay, so I'm going to get started with Cool then.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Does Kay want anything to do with our connections? So, I don't know. The Four of Pentacles sort of suggests that they really are protecting themselves at this time, or they're really holding some of their feelings in. You know, the chains around the heart maybe says that there's something really protective happening or limiting, like maybe they don't feel like giving as much of themselves at this time. It's almost that kind of feeling there. they may be just waiting, or maybe they have, kind of hunkered down there. The next card, though, sort of reverses that in a way, because it's the Seven of Cups reversed. And maybe it's either suggesting that there is something that they want to move towards, but maybe it's not you. Maybe they are seeing some other choices, or they're looking at a choice that they do want to take.
It's a tough one for me, this one. So the Four of Pentacles indicates that there is something that they value here. I feel that there is something.
Go ahead, buddy.
What's the cards again? I'm getting all mixed up. I really wish I could see them better, but I cannot.
You have a screen there. Four of Pentacles.
I can't. All right, I want you to read them on my screen.
Four of Pentacles, Seven of Cups reversed, and the Fool reversed.
Okay, Seven of Cups reversed. That's what I
Try
wanted to
harder.
know. Four of Pentacles. This doesn't even look like a pentacle. How would I know?
Because
So,
it's called the Four Rings, but
I can't read the print, and neither would you be able to on my screen. So, all right, the Four of Pentacles.
Pay attention, Irene.
Like I said, I feel here, CP, that there is something that is a value they feel here. They really do. But the Seven of Cups is reversed, and I almost get the feeling like they may have made their mind up in some way, that there's some decision that they have already reached, maybe. And with the
Full reversed.
Fool reversed, let me just say, it may not have been, it may be a reckless decision on their part to have made this, decision. But so now I'm wondering here, in relation to your question, if they really are moving on, or if they are going to, if there is any hope here. What's the Lenormand I pulled
The
again?
fish and the woman.
It's almost as if I feel here, usually this is about the inquirer, but this is probably about the person you're asking about. So that's who I feel this card is.
Okay.
Yeah. And I almost feel like maybe they're considering other options. Is that what you're getting?
I feel that way too. I feel that maybe the connection is hesitant at best right now. And I do feel like maybe it's possible they may have a regret, or they may feel that they've made the wrong decision if they're pursuing someone else, like we're both suggesting there. But I feel that they're motivated by the fact that maybe they feel their success in one way or the other, romantically or friendship-wise, is somewhere else. They're just maybe not feeling as connected to you as you're thinking there. And I think the key card in that is that Four of Rings, Four of Pentacles. They seem to want to kind of hold back their emotional display in a way.
Well, I like what he's saying, but to me, that Four of Pentacles indicates to me it's not that they don't think there maybe wasn't something of value here.
Right.
It's just that they have made their mind up to possibly move on. Now, that's what I almost feel like, I'm just going to say that this card is more about the here and now. Do we want to do a yes, no, and see what
Let's do a quick yes or no, and then we can get to Shirley. Because Shirley's waiting there.
Yeah, I know that. But we're going to finish this reading. So let's do that. Let's ask if in the near future things might change. How about that?
Okay. So yes or no on whether or not the situation will come around.
Mm-hmm. Hang in there, Shirley. Sorry.
Yeah, everybody's phones are kind of pooping out on them.
Well, it's Mercury retrograde.
That too.
And as we had our own connection problems. Really? Okay.
I agree, it's not the easiest deck to read.
It isn't. So I'm sorry, I just couldn't see it.
But we have two aces, which indicates it is leaning towards yes.
So maybe in the future she might have a change of, or this person might have a change of heart.
And the last one is the Ten of Pentacles, and it's upright. It says hometowns underneath. And that suggests that maybe there's something that can be built together, perhaps, in this context.
I wouldn't, it's not, this looks very positive, but the other cards were kind of shaky, CP. So what I would say to you is that right now, the prospects don't look that good, but possibly in the near future, there may be a change of heart. Because this person does feel a sense of some positive energy from you. I got that from the Four of Pentacles. I don't know that you did, but I kind of got that.
Well, that's the Four of Pentacles. It sort of feel like they're holding in.
Well, it's also that these are things you value.
Okay.
So that's kind of the way I read that card, but
you may have to come back again and ask or tell us what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well,
so
good luck with that.
Good luck,
all right, we're on Shirley. Let's get Shirley done.
Shirley, give us your question.
My goodness. And then Buddy will get to you. Sorry, Buddy.
But we have your question, so you can always, come back. You're welcome, Shirley. You're welcome, Cool Creek. Good to see you again.
We try to accommodate, but, sometimes can't always.
And there's the question. No, you have to scroll down to it.
Yeah, I know. I'm there. May I please ask, what is the person on my mind's current feelings and thoughts, intentions, and next actions towards me? Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see what we can glean from these cards.
And after Shirley is Buddy Blue, who has left us a question, and then Victoria Monday.
I'm going to use the Golden Girls Tarot.
You're welcome, Shirley. I hope it was worth the wait. Letting your phone
is worth the wait.
Letting your phone burn up. Thoughts and feelings, intentions, and next actions towards you.
Well, it's a star reversed. The Five of Pentacles is here, but that's reversed too. We had that come up earlier.
Yeah.
And the moon is upright.
How interesting, because,
Oh.
well, I got in Lenormand the coffin, but I got the moon too. And of course, Lenormand's moon is a bit different, a little different. All right.
Yeah.
Star
All about
reverse.
placement, though, Mr. O.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Star reverse.
I can see these, and I can tell what they are. I love this deck. So, the star reversed. Well, right now, maybe they're just feeling not optimistic about things, their thoughts or feelings about you. But that could be for a number of reasons here. Do they feel like, that you don't appreciate them or want them in any way? Do they feel that, like I said, maybe they're feeling insecure? Possibly?
I kind of like that, because I sort of feel like the star reverse says that maybe they feel their star is not as bright as your star. You sort of eclipse them in a way to, like, they feel like you have greater potential than they do, and so maybe they're not sure, they don't feel confident. But the Five of Pentacles reverse may be indicating that things could change, that maybe they would feel more positive because maybe something welcomes them in a way. Maybe that's you, but maybe they feel a tone or atmosphere changes and allows them to see some way to get closer.
Well, that's the ticket for me, Mr. O, right there, that last statement. I was going to say with the Five of Pentacles, because this is about thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Maybe they are going to try to find a way to get closer to you, to try to get closer to you in some way, or to get your attention. We don't know if this is a romantic thing you're interested in or not, but it's as if they're trying to find a way into you somehow, into your heart, into your space, whatever the case may be, into your thoughts. And that final card, the Moon, is interesting too, because I feel here there's some mysteries. It's like they're holding back. They're holding back, and they're making you kind of have to figure out what's going on here. The Moon is about uncovering mysteries, but it's still a mystery when the Moon is upright. It's not being revealed yet.
Well, it could be that maybe they feel, like they need to uncover the mystery about you in a way too, that you're the mystery. They want to really know what your real feelings are, because they don't necessarily feel that what you did was so rude that they can't reapproach you.
Did I miss something?
I'm keeping up.
About rude?
It was just a few before that.
Oh, okay. Ah! Got it. Argument. Told him what I thought of him. Okay. So, obviously, to me, there is some pessimism here. There's some sense of, maybe they don't feel like, they're trying to find out if they belong with you or not, or how to maybe get back in your good graces, And the Moon is just this idea that, it's still a mystery for them, but it's also maybe a mystery for you what their next move is going to be. Now, I have to caution you here, Shirley. I see the Moon here with the coffin. That's not a very good thing to me in this reading. Because if you were hoping for a romance or something to come out of this, there could be...
I remember.
There could be an ending.
Right, I remember that about your horse, yeah. So the Moon in Lenormand can be about success, can talk about romantic things, perhaps, but it's influencing the coffin, and the coffin is usually about these matters ending. Yeah. So it could be that maybe this person is actually going to move on, or just sort of remain like the Moon in a cold orbit around you, waiting for the opportunity if it presents itself again. But they may end up moving on. I'm not sure. It's sort of, varied there.
It's a tough call on this one. I feel that anything you can do to really try to break the ice again and, see if you can't rekindle, some sense of this person feeling like they belong in your life. Otherwise there could be an ending here. So,
well, your suggestion is probably what we're getting at, or Banshee, is that, maybe you reach out to them.
Yes, and maybe best after the retrograde. I totally agree.
So the retrograde actually ends around the 15th?
The 15th, and it goes into a kind of shadow period where it's starting to go in the right direction again. But really, use your judgment. If you're feeling an energy shift after Mercury goes direct, and you feel like the time is right, then go ahead. But I wouldn't do anything until Mercury actually goes direct.
So that's going to be a week from tomorrow or thereabouts.
Well, so I'm glad we were able to get this in for you, Shirley. Good luck with that.
Good luck. All right, so now we are on Buddy Blue. Hey, Buddy, and congratulations once again.
That's so
I hope that
awesome.
works out for you. Very nice.
I see we just got into overtime a few moments ago.
And Buddy did leave their question. Let's see if I can find that again. What's coming towards them? All right. So I will use the Olympus Tarot.
Thank you. I don't need these though. Okay.
Want to thank everybody for coming. Want to thank Melanie, our new subscriber. Did we do Melanie?
No, she's last.
Okay, I guess I
We
didn't see
closed
that
the
on the
list
last
on
list.
Melanie. And you put her in when I put her in, or I put her in after you put her in. You do see Melanie on my list, right?
I do.
Okay.
Just wanted to be sure because I thought I didn't see it at one point. But I did. What's coming towards Buddy Blue?
Okay.
And it's the Three of Wands upright. And we see Medusa in the picture there. But the Three of Wands is a good card. The Three of Wands talks about people who are moving on with their plans, people who have seized an opportunity for something that's maybe more positive, and they're going to move in that direction. They're sort of taking advantage of what's coming towards them and rolling with it.
Look at all the glare on that card. I would never be able to see it. But I know it's a Three of Wands. So, let me ask you a question.
Go right ahead.
Are we doing my reading? Because usually we
didn't
throw
say
all the
that,
cards
but
out.
I didn't do that. Do you want it to be that?
No, I just want all the cards out before I respond.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
The next card is the Lovers upright. And then the next card after that is, oh, that kind of hurts. It's the Ace of Swords, and there's a naked man having his liver torn out.
But is it upright?
It's upright.
Jeez, oh, Pete's Mr. O.
Well, the Four of Wands had a lion with arrows in it. You tell me how this is supposed to work.
It's your decks. All right. Well, buddy, this looks really awesome.
You're welcome, Shirley.
I think overall, completely, you know. Oh, gosh, that looks so much better. I still can't read the cards, but I know that's the Two of Wands, right? Three of Wands.
It's the Three of
The
Wands.
Three of Wands. You know, this is, you've just moved, right? And so I almost feel as though what's coming towards you is like your future unfolding, you know. This is like anticipating good things to come. I think you realize that this move is a very positive step for you, and that, you know, only good things can now happen.
Kara, you bad. So, like I said, I feel like this card says that there's an opportunity coming to you. It's probably a greater opportunity than you've had in a while. You know, you're getting back on your feet and such. It could lead to many different areas. I mean, I look at the card with the Medusa who looks sort of sad because the guy got with the girl and it wasn't her or something like that. But I feel like that's just saying really it's about finding that opportunity, Buddy Blue. Something is coming towards you and you just need to be aware of it and able to move towards it. Now, is it the Lovers? The Lovers is upright, and maybe that's the idea of a choice that is beneficial and also really feels good. It feels like the right choice. It's not necessarily the choice between people to love, but it is choices that will make your life better.
So basically when I said that, you know, that this is a period of anticipating good things to come, here's the Lovers card. And could that be new relationships in the offing or a deepening of a relationship? It's possible. But it could also be telling you, buddy, that now is the time to make sure all your choices serve you well. You know, you're now on a positive road here, getting an apartment. So make sure that all your choices are with your best interests at heart, and that you know, don't do anything that would sabotage this new beginning that you have.
So I look at that Ace of Swords with the curious image. That's Prometheus from Greek legend, who brought knowledge to humankind but was tortured by the gods afterwards. But maybe we're looking at it the wrong way, and maybe this is saying, take a bite out of what you want in life. Well, they're biting at it, you know, but maybe the Ace of Swords is saying, really, in this context, it's saying really knowledge should be shared, and even if there is a consequence, you're willing to take that. You're willing to feel that, you know, what you're learning now, what you're putting into action are beneficial and will really serve you well, because it's really about helping others too, in a way.
You know, okay, when I put together what I put together, I'm not going to repeat it again. I would just say the outcome of all of this is there's some breakthroughs coming for you soon. The Ace of Swords is like breakthrough moments. So, I mean, you may have an epiphany. You may have a great idea now. Ideas are going to flow. You're going to, you know, be just, you know, on a positive path towards success. You know, the Ace of Swords is a card of victory, too. We don't always play that up enough, but it's there. And so let's see what the Lenormand has to offer here. Well, interesting.
Clouds.
But
the sun.
The sun breaks through the clouds, you know?
Indeed it does.
And so the sun, that, like I said, I just see nothing but a successful path here for you right now, and the sun is here to magnify that. It's dispelling any dark thoughts, any darkness, any depression that you may have. I think that, you know, things are going to be feeling so much lighter in your life for the, you know, for at least the immediate future.
Opportunities lead to choices, good choices, and those lead to victory. And having the sunlight clear anything that's lingering that maybe is depressing you just means that this movement really will empower you to keep moving forward.
The sun is about optimism, success, vitality. It's all good. It's all very, very positive. So wishing you luck, Buddy Blue.
All right.
Victoria!
Hey, Victoria.
You're going to write us a book, I hear. You got 3 tweets to write. Oh my gosh. Or 3. There it goes. Wow.
Sure, Victoria.
Oh. I think that's very interesting. All right. Well, let me grab a deck for you. I'm going to use my quirky Shadowlands Tarot.
And now we use the quirky Shadowlands Lenormand. We have parity.
We have parity.
No, that's fine.
How do you want to do this? I mean, I might want to end it with a yes, no, but I don't know that I want to start that way. So your dad has been around a bit, and then he's intruding on the chair yoga, eh? But I guess he really... it's interesting what you said there. I think...
he's not letting go of what he needs to let go of.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
He's being held here because he has these unreasonable holds on his personality as affects, you know, your life. Like he still feels he's your father in some ways. He is, of course, but, you know, you're 50 or whatever, and he doesn't need to be your father in that respect anymore.
So Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Ace of Pentacles reversed.
I think you need to break out the garlic. Don't go with sage, go with garlic.
And the Four of Wands reversed.
So over in the Shadowlands, Lenormand, there's the woman, which would be you, the Inquirer, and there's brooms.
Wow.
Brooms and whip.
Well, let's just say this. Yes. It could very well be what's blocking you. It could very well be what's blocking you. You know, you've got all these Pentacle cards here. The Queen of Pentacles, too, reversed, which to me indicates that that could be you, you know, and that your financial goals and aims are just not working out for you, you know, and that Ace of Pentacles, it's like almost as if you are blocked or something is blocking you from starting something new, beginning a new cycle of growth in the financial career sector.
I think we thought about all these things that you're talking about because they're pretty intense things that are going on for you. And I feel that Banshee's got it here, that this is that restrictive influence on you. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is especially considered a creative personality, and that would be you normally turned around. But when it's reversed, it is some sort of blockage that's happening. And not only does it affect your creativity as well as your ability to apply your energy to living your life and doing things for your life, but that Ace of Pentacles there says that the blockage is also affecting where you can go in your career or in material matters.
And I don't know, that Four of Wands at the end is kind of intriguing to me. I almost wonder if the message is to you that, you know, you didn't have the perfect life, right? But, you know, you didn't have a bad life either up to a point here. So to allow, you know, what happened in the past to block your present, it's time to take the broom, woman. It's time to break the broom and sweep it away, you know? Maybe if you want to do a spell, include some broom work in it, some sweeping and clearing the energy.
Well, I have an idea too, and I've used this as a visualization. It's actually one of those things where, you know, witchy people would take a broom and put it in another room and point it behind the door towards the person they wanted to leave. Now I'm saying do this in a spiritual sense, you know, visualize that broom pointing at your father in spirit world and saying, time to go. I'm cleaning up here.
And
I can give you more information on that if you want later.
you know, it's great, you know, now that maybe your dad is trying to look out for you by saying, oh, just let all this stuff go. Well, that's pretty easier said than done, you know. And the bottom line is that, you know, maybe if he wasn't so present, you'd be able to do that. So that's another thing to consider here. Exactly what we are sweeping away. Whew. That was some kind of reading, Victoria. That was just like, yeah, he was up in your face. It was scary. It's like, you don't need that, you know? And I would just take the broom and sweep him out, you know, and say, hey, you know, you had a time to you know, to take care of things, to take care of me. Where were you? You know, right?
In my visualization, when I do that, that thing, I sort of visualize, the broom pointing at the person or thing I want to go away. And then I surround the broom with an equal triangle, the power of 3. And I just use that as the energy booster towards what the broom is doing. And it seems to work for me. So I give that to you or anyone who would like to try that.
Wow.
Hey, Melanie, we're ready for your question. Go ahead and put it back or revise it.
That's what we got for you, Victoria. Holy moly. Good luck with that.
Holy moly. Hope to see you on Unhappy or Happy Hour if you can make it.
Yeah, if you want to be unhappy, come to Unhappy Hour. We'll make you happy, though. And if you want to be happy, come to Happy Hour.
Okay. Will you marry the person on your mind? Aubrey.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So that was your deck, so I'm going to use my
Okay.
deck. And I'm going to go back to the final rose because, of course, it is the final rose. The idea of love and marriage and things like that. Thank you for your question. All right.
I've been having some relatives visiting me lately in my dreams, deceased relatives. It's been interesting.
Have a good one, Victoria.
And that was before I started doing my photos. It's really funny because I was cleaning up the office and there's a big chest with photos in it, Victoria, and my entire life history is in there, like literally, from my relationship with him all these many years to my childhood to my mother's family. It's all there, and it just was like, wow. But I had these dreams of my relatives before I did that. And so it's kind of interesting having this trip down memory lane. It's been kind of good and kind of tough.
Thanks, Melanie, for saying that. I appreciate that. If you can mention Aubrey's sign, that might be nice. Oh, thank you, Melanie. That's very sweet of you. So, I think if we don't get the exact answer here, we'll probably do a yes or no real quick just to see what that tells us. But I like the question. Will you marry Aubrey? A Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. I know one very successful Scorpio-Gemini marriage. It's one of my best friends from where I used to work at. And she's married to the Scorpio man of her dreams. So there. It can work out. Okay, so first card. And it's the Seven of Swords reversed.
Uh-oh.
It's called the Seven of Mirrors, but it's the Seven of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
The next card is the Three of Cups reversed. And then it's the King of Wands upright.
Well, there's some mixed bag here, but...
Yeah, it is a mixed bag.
But we can't argue with this, can we?
So your first card in the Lenormand is the Sun. And then it's followed by the Heart, which of course means
something good.
Heartfelt things. But that first card is the Seven of Swords reversed. And I'm drawing a blank. Go on if you can.
Tell me what the last card is again, the Queen of Cups?
The last card is the King of Roses.
Oh, the King of Roses.
Which is the King of Wands.
The King of, that's right, you said the King of Wands. Okay. Well,
thank you, Melanie. Appreciate that.
I have a feeling that things will come to, that you will get your answer, that you will find out, get to the heart of the matter, I guess I want to say, as to whether this is going to work out or not. This is the man of your dreams. This is somebody that you like a lot, you said it's a Scorpio. Are you together now, or has there been a breakup, or maybe they have broken up with someone? I'm looking at that Three of Cups there, and that's making me wonder a little bit. It seems as though, you'll get your answer, but there may be some conflicts. There may be some issues that need to be worked out, between the two of you. I'm not sure what they are at this point. I do feel this person, oh, okay. Ooh,
yeah, I was going to say this felt like that in a way,
They broke up with someone, yes.
Right.
I was kind of feeling that. Okay.
The Seven of Swords reversed. Maybe they came to light on certain issues, about this. Maybe they felt that there were things there that just weren't working out for them. Or maybe it was the other person that wanted to break up.
I'm not going to put the Seven of Swords in with the 3. I do feel here that the Seven of Swords is telling me, and we might be looking at different aspects of this, but the Seven of Swords is telling me that you will find out what you need to know. And I feel there's some breakup involved here. Like I said, it looks as though this person maybe is freeing themselves from a difficult relationship, or they're being released from a difficult relationship. And I feel that the King of Wands is this person. I feel they have a certain charm about them, a magnetic energy of sorts. Maybe that is why.
It's Scorpio.
Yes, it's that Scorpio thing that you are so attracted to them. And rest assured, look at this. You've got the heart and the sun here. And I almost feel this is saying your heart's desire could achieve success. I usually don't want to get too optimistic. That's very positive to me. But, I do feel one way or another, whether this is going to work in your favor or not, the truth is going to be revealed to you. You will find out. You will find out what your chances are of achieving what you want here. And there is a good likelihood for success. Because the heart, it's about love and success.
So I'm very curious, could you say the month and date of this Scorpio Aubrey? I'm curious.
I'm sure he's going through some hard time right now, which is maybe why, you're going to have to wait a little time. There's going to be some time involved here. But hey, keep yourself in the picture, Maybe, like I said, in time, you might get a positive result here.
Right. I don't think it answers directly, but I think what it's saying is that, okay, that's fine. I thought maybe, he was so charming he had to be born on my day.
Oh, jeez.
But I do feel like there's still some stuff to go through. But the King of Wands energy there is saying they're going to master this, whatever they've been going through, this breakup of their own or the situation. They're going to master it. And I think that means that these cards pertain more to what your basic question is. That
I agree.
There will be success, which would be, marrying him. I don't know when, but...
Just, be supportive. Be there, and you never know where this will lead. I think that the prospects are good, according to what I see here.
And tarot is a snapshot in time, so feel free to come back and ask us other questions or to update us a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we can fine-tune things with that.
Or some other leading questions to see we can let you know. But, we hit on the breakup, and I think we both saw that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
to me, it was more a combination of the Seven of Swords and then the Three of Cups. You didn't see it exactly as that
No, not
combination.
that way. Yeah.
But that's what I got out of it.
But that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for subscribing.
Thank you for subscribing.
Thanks for
Appreciate
waiting.
it. Hope to see you again soon. We do some shows that are not where you can ask questions, like, for example, our happy hour show, but you might enjoy it. It's a single card positive message from Spirit, and we just want to brighten people's moods for the week ahead and give you a positive message to, carry through that week.
It's one of 3 cats we have, Melanie, so thanks for noticing. He's the one who's always on the stage the most, but we have 2 other cats that occasionally show up. It's Sunny. And of course, tomorrow morning, my outlook on the emotional exchanges, which
Video.
is which is for the elemental signs of the zodiac. You can watch it anytime, but it does debut at 7 o'clock. So that might give you a sign. You could pay attention to his reading, the Scorpio, as well as the air reading, Gemini.
Hey, put Sunny back on the picture. Wow, you were closing it out already.
No, that was the intro.
Whoops. Sunny says hi to everybody. Sunny wants everybody to be happy. That's why he's here. He's the cat who comes on stage constantly because he knows we're here and he wants to make sure he gets attention from us too.
So that's our show, everybody. We will be back again on Sunday afternoon for this show, the live stream. But also watch our other shows, and we will see you soon next time.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us today, and take care. Have a great week ahead, or weekend ahead, I should say, and hope to see you soon.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Angel. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Angel. Bye, Victoria. Bye, Kara. Bye, everyone.
Aw, what is that? Crystal just subscribed.
Aw.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal. But she can't hear us.